Yeah, I thought our guys came out with great intensity on the defensive end. That was something we really put an emphasis on leaving out the FIU game. I thought our defense was not very good, and we focused on that for the whole time leading up to the Georgia State game. And we feel like we do a great job on that end. It's all related, right? We do a great job on the defensive end. Then we're allowed to get out in transition and play our style of play. We got a couple early stops in the game, and we were able to get guys up for attacking in transition, getting early paint touch. We wanted to try to get a paint touch in the first 4 seconds of the shot clock. And our guards did a great job. Our bench did a great job rebounding the ball, and they outlet it to our guards, and we were able to play our style of play. So Georgia State is a really, really good team, a really well-coached team. And we knew they would be a challenge for us today with the way they defend and the way they play, how physical they play. So we wanted to match and surpass their physicality first and foremost, and basically just set the tone coming out the gate.
Let's start with Kyle.
Coach, 2-0 against teams in the state of Georgia this year. What does that mean for you guys in terms of branding and recruiting down the road?
Yes, I talked about when I got the job, we wanted to target in-state recruits. I think we did a pretty good job. I think we got 3 of them this year that are really, really good. And Brady Lou, they were here at the game, Ricky McKenzie and Mekhi Turner. But I think that helps. It also helped the success we had last year. I wear that Kennesaw State shirt proud when I go in these gyms because we were in the tournament last year. And I think that made our guys even hungrier that we're here. The guys that's a part of it now, they want a piece of it as well. And I think it's such visibility to people in the state. So it means a lot anytime you go against an in-state rival. And me and Jonas talked, we want to do this every year. I think we told you guys before we want to do a home and away next year. They come back here and we go to Georgia State. I think it's good for both programs, both universities. So we're going to continue to do it.
Coach, to see your Simeon step up and Quincy step up when Terrell had foul trouble early.
Yeah, 4 fouls early.
Yeah, talk about having them guys step up 27 and 17 from both of them.
I said it before, man. My belief in these dudes is not wavering. Simeon Carter's he's only gonna keep getting better, guys. Like that kid, he fits what we want to do to a team. Like the attacking style of play. He comes from a great program in Tri-City with Coach Force. He went to 4 Final Fours in high school, so he's a natural winner. I'm gonna keep just empowering him every step of the way. Same with Quincy. This is a guy, man, that I tell him if you open, I want you taking it every single time, taking the shot every single time. Don't worry about makes and misses because he plays so hard, he competes so hard on the defensive end. That's the one thing I ask our guys to do, just compete and play as hard as you can, be the hardest playing team, the hardest working team. And I give those guys credit. They're some of our biggest gym rats. You always come in the PF or you come in the combo late night, you're gonna see Simeon Carter in there every single day, you're gonna see Quincy in there every single day. And with them putting that kind of work in, I gotta empower them guys that don't play their game when they out there. It breeds confidence. You work the way they work, it breeds confidence. I'm proud of those two.
Jordan.
Coach, at the end of the first half, Georgia State had figured something out with the zone defensively. You said you were going to make adjustments going into halftime, and in the second half, you guys picked up right where you left off. What was the halftime adjustment that you had made?
Well, what we were running was a straight on, and you can run it versus man or zone. We got stagnant versus the zone, and we started walking the ball up. What I emphasized to them at halftime was we're still going to play fast, and we're still going to play our brand of basketball. We're not walking the ball up because they decided to go to zone. The reason they were in zone because we were attacking them in transition. So we tried to increase our pace and start attacking them early in the shot clock with an early ball screen or early straight on, and we were able to get paint touching. And to us, our zone offense and our man offense looks alike. Looks a lot alike. We want early paint touch, then we want a 0.5 with everybody around, and that's what we had to get back to doing. When they went to zone, we started walking the ball up. Demond was, going down and then had to come back out. That's not how we want to play. Off makes and misses, we want to attack. We want to be in attack mode. And so that was our emphasis at halftime. I put the play in, but I really want us to play with our tempo and play with our pace. And if we did that, I think they were going, because in a zone, you're running back to spots. And if we running with you, you ain't getting to those spots. And that was my message to them at halftime.
Coach, with Simeon, you said you want to continue to empower him and let him lead. He had a big role last year, but it seems like he's much more comfortable now. How much has he improved since you arrived on here? What have you seen him excel at?
Well, he embraces the work. Like we wanted a big time culture of work, and he embraces that. And a guy, when you work that hard, you can't help but get better. But he's probably had the biggest jump of any guy that I've been here. A lot of guys have gotten better, but Simeon has gotten as better as any of them. just because of the work he puts in on his time up with himself, like away from practice. He's a guy that's always in the gym. So, I mean, when you work that hard, you have confidence, it breeds confidence, like I said before, and we just got to continue to just water that plant there, man, because he's going to keep getting better and better every single game, guys. Dad text me, Chin come to the game tonight. So.
With all the momentum that Kennesaw State men's basketball had last year, with you coming in as the new head coach, do you make it a point to keep that momentum going, or is your approach more so, I'm just going to come in, do my job, do the best I can, and just take it one at a time?
A little bit of both. You can't ignore the job that Coach Greer did. I mean, he did a wonderful job, and I say it every time I get a chance. Did a big time job here, and I think the momentum of us going to the tournament last year, that's why you see that Convocation Center packed like it was. Now our guys have done a great job as well, getting out on campus, passing out flyers, engaging in the students, asking them to come to the game. And again, I want to say I appreciate the support these students are giving our basketball team. We need them every step of the way, but it's a little bit of both. Capitalizing off the momentum, but also being who we are, doubling down on who we are, our style of play, and who we want to be going forward. With the size, athleticism, the value in the three-point shot, or getting to at the rim, we're gonna be who we are, and but also we capitalize on the momentum from last year as well.
The 17-0 run kind of just changed everything off. What kind of fueled that, and how did that affect the whole thing?
Defense. I thought we were able to get stops. When we're stopping them, we're able to get in transition and play our style play. But it starts with stops on that defensive end. I challenge our guys. I said it's gonna be a man's game tonight. It's gonna be a man's game, and if you want to prepare to give your all and have toughness, it wasn't gonna be a good night for you. You weren't gonna play extended minutes. Our guys respond every single time we challenge them. Like, it is a great group of young men in that locker room, and I'm telling you guys, they respond every time I give them a challenge.
Emmanuel?
Coach, talk about first 8 games, 5-3, a lucky half-court shot from 6-2. But what have you learned this first 8 games about your team, and what are you proud of and looking forward to going through the rest of the season?
Yep, East Carolina, that broke my heart a little bit. I can't lie. Like I said, my first couple games as a head coach, I kind of wanted to ease into this thing. But I had a buzzer beat, and I lost by a buzzer beat. So, but no, what I've learned about these groups is kind of like, what I've already knew kind of from practice. These guys love to compete, and they got something in with them. When it's time to win, you see their eyes light up, and they really believe. And that's all I ask them, just believe in each other and be about your brother. If we do those two things, I'm good with win, lose, or draw. Believe in each other and be about your brother. That's the message we give our guys before every single game. So now I just love coaching these dudes. They compete every time we go out on the floor, and I'm telling you, every time I give them a challenge, they respond. So that's probably what I learned about it. You challenge these dudes, they respond.
Okay, we're gonna take one last question, Kai.
Coach, Ranji's had a couple of really nice games in a row. Talk about that kind of scrappy, unsung role he plays for you guys.
He's man, this dude is a junkyard dog, and he just does whatever you ask him to do, and it's a value in it. You know what I mean? Like, people that don't know basketball look at him and like, oh, he had 6 points, he had 8 points. The value Ranji brings, he boxed out. Number 10, Turner is a phenomenal rebounder, and I challenge Ranji with not letting him have a great game on the glass. Ranji Gordon does whatever. You ask him to run through a wall, he's running through that wall for us. And so I value what he brings to the table, and that's why you saw him in the starting lineup tonight. He's going to continue to get better. He's going to continue to be better on the offensive end, but the things he does on the defensive end that doesn't have stats, like the box outs, the helping in the gap, the getting steals and outletting, the winning plays, he does that every single time he's out there on the court. So he's going to play and play more. I love what he brings to this team.
Thanks, Coach.
Crush, Jack, yeah, black on.